Yeah. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah, we're in our lesson today. We're dealing with Nuraniyah, how to recite it. Take that out your mouth. You can't have anything in your mouth when you're reciting. You can't be eating. You can't be drinking. So, no gum. Now you have to pay attention to two things. You have to pay attention to the board or your book. And if you're using the book, people at home, if you're using the book, you have to use your finger. You have to put your finger under each letter, not on the letter. Under the letter so that you can clearly see it and move it with each time. Okay? And here you have to pay attention to my mouth. If I take a time off to the side to show you exactly how we're reciting this. So pay attention to those things and we'll get through this lesson pretty easy. All right. This is called Ad-Darsul Khamis. Ad-Darsul Khamis. Al-Huruful Munawwana. At-Tanween. Fathatain. No, say it like I say it. Fathatain. Kasratain. Dhammatain. Let's do that again. At-Tanween. Fathatain. Kasratain. Kasratain. Dhammatain. This is, again, I'm reminding you guys that this is something that you're learning naqlan. What does naqlan mean? It's being passed down to you. The way we learned it. Even the slang that was used by the teacher, we're passing it down that way. He said, Fathatain, Kasratain, Dhammatain. And so you say that and you learn it that way. Okay? It's not going to hurt you. It's going to let you know that you're passing down something that's been come to you on a tariq, this way. Capish? Kapash. All right. So, Fathatain, Dhammatain, and Fathatain, Kasratain, and Dhammatain, these are the tanween. So that's what we're talking about when we say a tanween. And we're going to practice them with each letter. Okay? We did something similar to this before. Now we're going to go and perfect it. Mim Fathatain man. Mim Fathatain man. Mim Kasratain min. Mim Kasratain min. Man min. Man min. Mim Dhammatain mun. Mim Dhammatain mun. Man min mun. Man min mun. A little bit louder, please. A little bit more expression. Ba Fathatain ban. Ba Kasratain bin. Ba Kasratain bin. Ban bin. Ban bin. Ba Dhammatain bun. Ba Dhammatain bun. Ban bin bun. Ban bin bun. You girls better sound off. I better not hear Maria over all the rest of you guys. Wow Fathatain wen. Wow Fathatain wen. Wow Kasratain win. Wow Kasratain win. Wan win. Wan win. Wow Dhammatain won. Wow Dhammatain won. Wan win won. Wan win won. What we should note at this part is that when you say Fathatain, what do you note? You notice an alif is there. We said man, ban, wan. Say it. Man, ban, wan. Okay, and we put an alif there. So what you learn at this point is that when there is Fathatain at the end of most words, there is an alif that goes along with it. Okay? However, when you recite and count it, and when I say count it here, you say the word, you don't have to mention that alif. Okay? Do you guys understand that point? So, let's go again. And when is important because people say one a lot of time. It's wow Fathatain when. Wow Fathatain when. When. Wow Kasratain win. Wow Wen, win. Waw, dhammatain, wun. Wan, win, wun. Let's go on. Fa, fathatain, fan. Fa, kasratain, fin. Fan, fin. Fa, dhammatain, fun. Fan, fin, fun. Fa. Now what we notice here is the ba, the meme, the ba, the wow, and the fa. Guess where they all come from? It come from your lips. They come from your mouth portion right here. So we're going along with the makhraj. And then we're going inside. After fa, say fa, fa. You see how it's going in order? Ma, ba, wa, fa, fa. So he's going backwards into your mouth. You notice that? Watch. Fa, fathatain, fan. Fa, kasratain, fin. Fan, fin. Fa, dhammatain, thun. Fan, fin, thun. Pay attention. You got to open up your mouths. Open up your mouths. Practice with your jaw. This is the practice. We say, وَلَيْسَ بَيْنَهُ وَبَيْنَ تَرْكِهِ إِلَّا رِيَاضَةَ امْرِئٍ بِفَكِّهِ. When we went and studied this, I told y'all, in the class, half the people were Hafidhul Quran. One of the people in the class had a PhD in Tajweed. Why is he taking this class? Because we find, as teachers of Quran, this is the best way we found thus far to help teach the student the skills that he needs to memorize and recite the Quran properly. Properly. It's practice. Yes, there are a lot of different systems like this. Most of them, the Desi people, meaning the Indo-Pakistan people, have mastered in doing it. Okay? Even this one comes from the Sheikh. He's from the Indo-Pakistan area. There's something he's very master at it. However, the way he put this one together with the rhythm is very catchy. You have to practice utilizing your jaw. It's fa. Say fa. Fa. Like you say the word thin. Thin. That's what you say. Fa kasratain thin. Kasratain thin. Same word in English. Thin. Thin. Thun. It's soft. The tongue goes between the teeth, presses up. Tha. Tha. Okay, it goes back to that first lesson. Okay? We said alif, ba, ta, fa. It goes back to that. You guys thought that lesson was too easy. Oh, I already know the alphabet. But if you practice the pronunciation there, it comes back to get you here. Help you out. Let's go on. Dhal fathatain then. Dhal kasratain then. Then. Dhal dhammatain dhun. Then dhun. And so you notice that the alif maqsura is used with the dhal and the dal as we go through it as a fathatain at the end of it. Okay? And say tha, tha. Say it. Tha. You see the pressure increases when you say tha. Say tha, tha. Dha fathatain dhun. Dha kasratain dhin. Dhun dhin. Dha dhammatain dhun. Dhun dhin dhun. Za fathatain zan. Za kasratain zin. Zan zin. Za dhammatain zun. Zan zin zun. Note again. Say that. Dha. Za. Is dha and za the same thing? No. Say dha. Za. They're not the same. And is it the same as that? Say that. That. The. They're not. So don't say for thal, zal. It's a whole different letter. Don't say for the, za, za. It's not za, it's the. The. Now say za. Za has that buzz. Say buzz. That's the sound. Buzz. Za. The. Now za is similar to seen. Say za fathatain zan. Seen fathatain san. Zan san. You see the closeness of the makhraj? Zan san. Don't get them mixed up. But to note that when you get to in tajweed, mutaqarribaini, mutajanisaini, okay? Mutamathilaini. The letters that are similar to each other have the same makhraj or different sifat. Or the same sifat with a different makhraj. Yunus, استيقظ يا سبحان الله. سين فتحتين سن. سين كسرتين سن. سن سن. سين ضمتين سن. سن سن سن. صاد فتحتين صن. صاد كسرتين صن. صن صن. صاد ضمتين صن. صن صن صن. Like you say the word, say son. Son. We have this one brother, his name is Sheikh Ahmed Ra'iq. He says, what's happening, son? Son. Sad. Son. Sin. Sun. Okay? It doesn't take the lips, actually. When you say son, sin, sun, it takes the lips with the dhamma only. Okay? So, it's different from sin. Say san, sin, sun, son, sin, sun. You hear the difference? Do you feel it in your mouth? That's what you're supposed to do here. Pay attention to those things. Ta fathatain ton. I'm sorry. Sorry. Ta fathatain tan. Ta kasratain tin. Tan tin. Ta dhammatain tun. Tan tin tun. You see, we use a tar marbuta. Tar marbuta. Ta maftuha. Tar marbuta, all it is a ta that is closed. A tied ta. That's all it is. A tied ta. When you stop on it and you're not going ahead, you pronounce it as a ha. When you're continuing, you pronounce it as a ta. Then we say dal fathatain dan. Dal kasratain din. Dan din. Dal dhammatain dun. Dan din dun. Ta fathatain tan. Ta kasratain tun. Tan tin. Ta dhammatain tun. Tan tin tun. Ra fathatain ra. Sorry. Ra fathatain run. Ra kasratain rin. Run rin. Ra dhammatain run. Run rin run. Nun fathatain nan. Nun kasratain nin. Nan nin. Nun dhammatain nun. Nan nin nun. Lam fathatain lan. Lam kasratain lin. Lan lin. Lam dhammatain lun. Lan lin lun. ضاد فتحتين ظن. No, you have to use that qalqala on the dal. ضاد ضاد فتحتين ضن ضاد كسرتين دن ضن ضن ضاد ضمتين ضن 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 ضن. Better be louder. يا فتحتين ين. Hold this. يا كسرتين ين. ين ين. يا ضمتين ين. ين ين ين. شين فتحتين شن. شين كسرتين شن. شن شن. شين ضمتين شن. شن شن شن. جن جن جن. Say sheen. Say yeah. Say ja. These all come from the same area also. Say yeah. Ja. Sha. You see how it comes together like that? Yeah. Sha. Ja. So pay attention to those and don't mix them up. Jim fathatain jan. Jim kasratain jin. Jan jin. Jim dhammatain jun. Jan jin jun. Kaf fathatain kan. Kaf fathatain kan. Kaf kasratain kin. Kan kin. Kaf dhammatain kun. Kan kin kun. Qaf fathatain qan. Hit this part right here. Qaf fathatain qan. Qaf kasratain qin. Qan qin. Qaf dhammatain qun. Qan qin qun. Kha fathatain khan. Kha اسمع خا كسرتين خن. خن خن. خا ضمتين خن. خن خن خن. So you have kan kin kun, qan qin qun, wa khan khin khun. All of them are similar and dissimilar at the same time. Okay? Kan qin khun. You hear that? Kan qin khun. I gave 3 example. You understand? Boy, move out the way. Kan qin khun. You hear the difference? Each one is a different one. Now we say ghain fathatain ghan. Ghain kasratain ghin. Ghan ghin. Ghain dhammatain ghun. Ghan ghin ghun. And they all are similar. Because the kha is similar to the gha. One is just focused. Say ghain. Say ghan. Now say kha. Khan. You hear the closeness of the two? Okay. The next one is ha fathatain han. Ha kasratain hin. Han hin. Ha dhammatain hun. Han hin hun. If everybody would know, the kha, the ghain, the ha, the ain, the ha, and the hamza, these are all huruf for what? Halqi. We talked about this before. Okay? So he's just going backwards with it. That's all. He's just going backwards, down your throat. He started off with the meme, and now he's all the way going down. The lowest of them is going to be hamza. Okay? So he went inward and went all the way down your throat. Okay? Pay attention to that. The next one is Ain Fathatain An. Ain Kasratain An. An. Lay him down, please. Ain Dhammatain Un. An. Ha Fathatain Han. Ha Kasratain Hin. هن ها ضمتين هن 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 حن 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 هن هن همزة فتحتين أن همزة كسرتين إن أن إن What?
I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll do this again. Girls, you better sound off. Hamza fathatain an. Hamza kasratain in. An in. Hamza dhammatain un. An in un. And here it ends, this lesson. And what you should know at this point in the lesson, what you should know is the fatha, the dhamma, and the kasra. And you should also know fathatain, kasratain, and dhammatain. And what you should also know is how to recognize every letter. Do you understand that? So then, if I ask you to put that into practice, that would be in the next lesson, which is a whole test. So, Kuthum, if you would for me, recite. Louder. Ad-darsu sadis. What does it say? Tadribatun ala al-harakati wat-tanween. Recite this word right here. Did you guys hear that? No. Or was it not loud enough? It was loud enough? Okay, so she said, Hamza fatha a, kha fatha kha, akha, dhal fatha dha, akha dha. Maymuna, recite this word right here. No, recite loud.
Hamza fatha a, mim fatha ma, ama. Ra fatha amara.
Hamza fatha a, mim fatha ma, ama. Ra fatha ra, amara. Mahmoud, first one.
Hamza fatha a, ba fatha ba, dal.
No. Aba.
Aba, dal kasratin dan.
Dal kasratin.
Dal fatatin dan. Abadan.
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 We got to work on his rhythm. Okay? We're going to have to send him to Harlem a couple of times. Walk down the street. You get the rhythm. He'll come back and say, Hamza Fatah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. That's how we're going to do it. Okay? Now? Ibrahim, you want one? He said, you want to go? And we don't know who you're going to come back with. He's going to come back with a French man. He always comes back with these people who want to learn about Islam. And they don't really want to learn about Islam. They want to kill us Muslims. Zainab, do this one right here.
Hamza fatha a.
Louder.
Hamza fatha a, ha fatha ha, aha. Dal dhammatain dun, ahadun.
Okay. Kuthum. No, you did one. Ramla. Let me see this one right here.
Alif fatha a.
No. Khata. Ayub. اضرب. تفضل. اضرب. Okay, come on. Shukran. Is that an alif? Ramla? What is it? Louder.
Hamza.
What is it?
Hamza.
What is it?
Hamza.
Okay. Recite it.
Hamza fatha za kasra di abi nun kasrana
Noon what?
nun kasrana
تفضل اضربها مرة ثانية. هي. Noon what?
nun fathana
Okay. Noon fatana. Now recite it.
adina
Adina.
adina
So it's Hamza fatha Val kasra di adi Noon fatana adina. So I want you guys to practice. Next week we're going to go over this every last one of them. Okay? So you will get to know them. And the reason for this is that when you make a mistake, when you're reciting Quran and you make a mistake and the teacher hears you, he's going to say, what is that? And you're able to say, oh, and you say, oh, it's Hamza Fata'a, Dal, Kasra, Di, Adi, Noon, Fatana, Adina. This is a precursor to you reciting Quran with your teacher so that he can easily teach you. He can teach you with ease because you have all the skills that you need. Okay, and this is just the 6th lesson, which is the test. Once we finish this, we're going to give you a new skill after this lesson. Okay? Does everybody like that? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. I'll do one more. Did I do this one? I did the whole one. This last one is Hamza Fata'a, Noon Fatana, Ana. Because it has an alif with a sukoon over it. And we know when that happens, you don't pronounce the alif. Okay, if you're going to do waslan, then we say ana. When we say noon, but I'll teach you that later. Right now, it's just going to be ana. Hamza fata'a, noon fata'na, ana. Okay? We go on. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.